have been trying to be, I have trying, oh! I've been trying to start this video for the longest. Okay, I've been trying to start this video for the longest. And I'm just like, start. Visibility issues, but thank you for clicking on this video. And no, how do you even start stuff like this? I don't know. I'm always in my car. This is like one of my spaces where I'm always. I rather like stay in my car. Even when I'm home, I rather stay in my car for a little bit before I go inside. It's just like my space, my container. Even though there's always someone looking, always, not always, but you know, there's always somebody. Anyways, there's something I was thinking about today. Well, I've had it on my mind for a while, right? And it caused just a little sadness to how I feel like I have a lot of hope for people in my life. And so it's like I give them hope that they could be seeing me clearly, that, sorry, that guy was just staring at that lady. Anyways, I give them hope that, okay, this is my new friend. Okay, this could be someone that sees me for me. And then somewhere along the line, it's like some flip that happens to where comparison arises, and I'm like, I believe it's just the fact that you're being yourself and they see that you're not comparing, or there's no hierarchy, like you're not thinking of, oh, I'm better, or because they think of it, that's how they think. It has to be a hierarchy. They have to be able to place you somehow. And I always see that with people, like in their eyes, they're always looking you up and down, trying to see how they could place you. Like, where do I place this person? You know? But anyways, I'm starting to wonder if there'll be anyone that sees me clearly. Because right now in my environment, that's just not the case. So you meet this person and you get the sense of support. Like, this person could support me. This person could see me. Okay, I'm finally safe here. I could rest here. And that's something I haven't been able to do. You know, it's always feeling like I could be safe, and then the rug is pulled from underneath my feet consecutively, right? But for some reason, I'm still so open. Like it's not possible for me to close off. I don't know. And I'm so grateful for that, because sometimes people get hurt a few times and then they're just completely closed off. But that's just not me. Like, I always have a thing to say, okay, maybe this person is different. Not it's I don't think it's naivety. I don't really think it's naivety. I think it's just, if I'm here and I am open, there has to be someone else that's open too. That's the way I see it, right? And at first, I do believe that it could be genuine, but somewhere along the line, it flips when they finally recognize that you're not wearing a mask, right? That this is really you. That's where it flips. Because when they come close to you now, when there's proximity and they see that you are who you say you are, it wasn't a pretense, and if anything, it's even better up close. No offense, right? Um, that's when the comparison starts, and the subtle competitions and all that. And it could be hidden, right? But I don't really like this light. It kind of looks it looks like someone's coming down to save me. That's kind of cool. Look, I actually like this one. Where'd this come from? Oh, okay, sorry. But that's really what I'm still trying to get over, and why I've even decided to come to YouTube. And I wanted to have a place to talk about it and meet people that are like this, that go through this type of stuff, because in my own environment, I don't get to meet genuine people. And I think that's the point. I think I'm supposed to be um, outsourcing because it just feels like that's the plan. Like like you're a seed and you're kind of growing, and you're always growing outside of the container. If you follow me, if you get what I'm saying, like you're just kind of meant to grow bigger, but your environment, they don't want to see you grow for some reason. For some reason, when you're changing the system or something. Let me see if I can. Maybe this is too much. Oh, I have to take a lot of breaks because there's no way you could see the crazy stuff that I do. I can't put it on camera. But for some reason, it just feels like having hope in people. Not everyone, of course, right? Because this is just my experience, possibly your experience. Um, Having hope exposes them. It's it shows them, wow, this person is actually a nice person. But well, I think I'm a nice person, so maybe that's a bad thing, right? Whatever. I don't care. I know myself. So my hope exposes them. I just feel like a lot of us are carrying things that we're not facing, and it creates like illusions. I don't know how to put it in a certain way that's digestible. But even for me, when I was carrying things that I was avoiding, I wasn't seeing clearly, you know? I mean, I'm not all the way there. I still have things I have to work on, of course, but I can see a bit clearer now, and it allows me to just really see things for what it is, have a bigger perspective, not just this one track perspective that only puts me in the frame. The more you dare to be visible, it's like an honest, unexplained rule that you weren't supposed to be. For some reason, you were supposed to remain hidden, and it was something I was recognizing because growing up, I was taught to hide, taught to be ashamed of being seen. So, you know, getting older and recognizing, like, well, why was I supposed to be ashamed? What was a shame for? And slowly coming out of that, you begin to offend people that you knew. Okay. People that you knew, you begin to offend them. Like, how dare you want more? How dare you want to be seen? Or, it kind of shows them that the things that they're avoiding. Because a lot of times, the friends that I knew, because of course they're no longer in my life at the moment, because with me stepping on this journey of speaking up and showing myself more, it uh, for lack of a better word, rattled their demons, and it was something that I was able to see, and I caught the subtle digs, and I'm like, I don't want these types of people around me because they're not true. Okay, they wanted me to stay small, but the moment I wanted more for myself, it was an offense to them. But I won't. I digress, right? That's what they say. One thing I have recognized that they will say they support you, but it doesn't show. That's just how I feel, right? It doesn't show. They say it with the words, but there's no action to it, and that's how I'm able to realize, oh, it the way how I visualize it, right? It's like, I don't know if you know the picture with this the oh my goodness, the cartoon characters, right? Visualize this. One is in a hole, and the other person is outside of the hole, and there's a ladder there, and the person that's outside of the hole is reaching their hand pretending like they're helping. So they're like, oh, I support you, I support you. I'm like, bro, there's literally a ladder there. You could have put the ladder down in the hole so I could climb up. And that's the visualization I'm getting right now. It's like they're saying they'll support you, And that's why strangers support you more than people that you know, because in their head there's this hierarchy where they're like, they see your potential, they see who you could be, but like they don't want you to outshine them, they don't want you to outgrow them, so they have to keep you at bay, but in pretense that they're helping you. I'm supporting you, but there's no comment like, you go, you do your thing. There's no like, there's just eyes watching you, you know. And I had to step out of that because I was on Instagram. That's something I had. I'm really feeling that. It really hurt my feelings. That really hurt me, huh? Because it's like, dang, I really genuinely support people, but you don't really get that back. You know, maybe do you support people and you don't get that back? Because that's definitely a theme in my life. And it's like, I've been on Instagram for a while, and as we get older, what I've noticed is that when we were teens and on Instagram, there was no problem giving out the likes, no problem commenting and being true, and just giving people their flowers. But as soon as we get older, things started getting more competitive. We start getting into the adult world or whatever, you know, and people start withholding. They won't let you know how they really feel. They won't let you know that, hey, I think you're this. They won't let you know. They don't want you to know, because if you know who you are, then just imagine who you'd become. But luckily, there are people like you and I that are figuring it out on our own, right? Because with all these withholding, they didn't recognize that you were building regardless. Because there's something about that. People not clapping for you or supporting you, you're forced to do the work. You're forced to go even harder because no one is saying, okay, you're good, you're good, So you create that inner knowing, or that self mastery without anyone telling you that you're doing a good job. It's like it forces you to even go even harder and put in even more work, if that's you. Because I feel like that's been a theme in my life as well. Like, but the thing with that is that where you feel like you're never doing enough because you're not getting the recognition. No one is saying good job. So you just keep going hard to validate yourself. But for some reason, it's still never enough. But that's still something I'm working on. But I don't really think it's a bad thing anymore for people that withhold from you, because it forces you to have that inner knowing. Like, without anyone else praising you, you can praise yourself first. And not many people can do that, because if you're so used to getting praise outside, because people could change their mind at any time, okay? So if you're used to people always supporting you and saying good job and all that stuff, and it stops, you don't know who you are on the inside. So I don't mind it being this way, because if I was supposed to not get support, which I don't get support, I'm still here supporting myself first. So if it comes later, it'll be like a small clap, but I already did the big claps for myself. So it's okay. Why did I do that? It is okay. So I think I'm just gonna leave it here. I'm actually I can't tell you how big this is for me to be here on YouTube, like about to post this. So if you made it to this, if you made it this far, I really, really, really appreciate that. And I'm so happy, like, for people that have subscribed. I think that's really cool. I must have said something that resonated, and this might be some things that you're into. So hopefully I can continue to do that and continue to create a space where we can be. So I hope you guys have a good day. Bye.